Has it ever happened to you that a few weeks after the server starts, the hype's a little bit died down and it's too quiet, there's not enough people on? Well, that happened to me. So, we're gonna fix it today. And the way we're gonna do that is with some mini games. But of course, first we're gonna need a place to put those mini games, and I think this is gonna be perfect. Now, hear me out. The first mini game we're gonna make is warden fishing. So, I'm gonna get some folks in here. We're going to clear this out, and we're going to preserve the Shriekers so that we can actually use them while we're building the minigames. Quiet, you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We're downstairs.
Hello.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is I want to claim this ancient city for the purpose of making minigames later on, which
Got
means
it.
I need the
Yes.
Shriekers intact.
So no breaking.
You can break the sensors, you can break the shulk itself, but if you come across one of the Shriekers, that's what the wool is for. If you surround it on all 6 sides with wool, it will be inert, and I'll be able to use it for minigames. That's the challenge. And I do have a prize up there for whoever claims the most of them.
I've never been to an ancient city before, so this will be new.
On that note, I think I should warn you, the prox chat interacts with the sensors. So, have fun with that.
Then
So
you won't hear
I
a
should go
peep
down
out
there
of
and
me.
start screaming.
Good luck. All right. And hey, there's Vol.
Yeah, I can explain the rules to him.
Okay. Just make sure he gets a different color. All right, y'all. I think I see a clear-ish spot to start. Oop, I was wrong. Well, this is going to be interesting. I forgot. What? Come on. Well, I think that one was 4. Whoops. That one wasn't me. Uh-oh. We better warn him. Run, engineer. Or, you know, sneak very slowly. That's good too. Okay, I think he got away. Wait, did he? I guess he didn't get all the way away. Alright, we're clear over here again. Well, not going to be clear anymore, is it? Ow, my face. Alright, where's he at? Oh, there's one. He's climbing. He's climbing up the lava. Oh. I'm pretty sure Virga's winning so far. Mostly because she hasn't had to come back to the center yet. We better actually get to work. Alright, what have we got? What is that? Ooh, nice. Hey Virga. How's it going?
Good, I just spawned my first guy. I purposely set it off trying to break as many of the regular Shriekers behind it as possible.
Yeah.
I think I broke 3 or 4, and then I flew away before he could spawn on me.
Yeah, I've been going over there and it's a bit of a tangle, I'll say.
Yeah. I think I got my branch completely done.
Oh, I did not. Hey. 1 second.
Yeah, no, I've never been to an ancient city before, so.
Apparently there's a Shrieker down there. But hey. There's that. Check it out. From your kill. Uh-oh, we're in range. Well, that lasted about an hour, and we did quite a bit of work. We didn't get every single one of them, but we did get most of them. So then I did the tallies, but there was what I'll call an irregularity. We thought that Vol had won handily. He had almost twice as much as Virga. But then...
Hey, Denali, how is it?
it's fine. I
Nice
enclosed
you
that one
got this
earlier.
one covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
One under here.
Did you get under it? Ah, you didn't even go all the way. You didn't get under it.
No, I don't. That's not necessary.
Well, I guess it depends on what your goal is.
I don't know. I don't know the proper way to actually block them.
All 6 sides.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sound can travel through other stuff.
Anything that any side that is not covered. It won't travel through diagonals, so corners are okay.
Okay.
But yeah, all the sides.
Yeah, you might want to check all the pinks and blues.
So maybe your count isn't as good as we thought it was.
I don't. Just give me 0. I didn't cover the bottom of anything.
I bet this was Vol. Right, so we are done swarming the place, and... Ooh, diamonds. I will grab that. 1 second. As I said, we are done swarming the place, so now we need to find a good place to make the minigame. What we're looking for is at least 3 shriekers that we can make a sort of circle out of. We need to be able to contain the minigame. We need them close enough to do that, and we need them far enough away that we can spawn wardens from all of them at different points. There's a good number of them here, but they might be too close together. I don't know what the range of the shriekers is, but I do know we can't have them too close. So we need them both far enough away that you can spawn one, and close enough that it can be part of the game. Oh, hang on. We've got this sort of triangle thing here with these 3. Yeah, that looks like there's oh, that one's uncovered. Gotta take care of that. But yeah, this looks like a good spot, so let's get the height right. Now, what we want is a path up above the arena, and it needs to be high enough that we're out of his range for his ranged attack when the warden spawns. So that's going to be 15 blocks plus 1 or 2 for the floor, and I think plus his height, which is 3. So I'm not really sure, but it's somewhere in that area. So I'm going up 15 plus a couple. Yeah. And we'll put a quick line down here, and then we'll just see whether he's able to both spawn and see us. All right, we're just going to uncover this guy, and I'll put down a sensor. Once I put down the sensor, I can't talk, so hang on. All right, we're back up top, and it definitely only took me 1 rocket. So let's throw something down and set off that sensor. Okay, perfect. The shrieker works. Gonna have to do that a couple more times. Okay, and there he is. Perfect. Now, I'm not gonna hook him yet, but we need to make sure about the height. Is darkness refreshing? No. Okay, so we might be good. Let's see when he gets closer. Oh. Well, no. Good thing we checked. So, let's try just 1 more layer. Darkness has disappeared. Now, I noticed he was on a block before, so let's test this again. Yep, he definitely can see us on the red. Right, so the next step is to figure out what I want the paths to look like. I also need to figure out the exact position of the buckets relative to the shriekers, because I need to make sure that we can keep spawning in the wardens, like I mentioned before. So, let's just plop down some buckets and see how it goes, shall we? Come on, little brother. Come on. Unfortunately, I am not very skilled at my own game. Oh. And apparently I was not as far away as I thought. So yeah, he remembers you pretty well. And they are fast once they get moving. So I might need to put that farther away from the shriekers for this to work. wonder if I can catch him from here. Oh, I got him. Hang on. Didn't keep him. This isn't part of the game. I'm just playing with it now. Come on. Almost. Hello! I got too close. But yeah, we need to just mainly move it as the thing. This way? Yeah, this way. Oh, he's still there. Oh, man. Oh, no. That torch is still there. He's not going to despawn until after the torch despawns. Because it's keeping him there. Oh. Oh, that's awful. Okay, well, I have to get my stuff, so... Wait a minute. He's distracted. Now, fortunately, we can't spawn another one while he's so close, so... As long as we don't make noise when I'm really close to him, we're okay. I think he's still pretty well distracted. Just gotta know how the game works, you know? If he sniffs, I run. I think we've got nearly everything already. He sniffed. Okay, well, while we wait for this, there's something else I need to work on. You see, I never mentioned it, but I made a bee farm in the spawn island with the intent of making a shop above it. Well, it's time to make the shop. So, I've got some designs. Let's go see. So the first thing we're going to build is a pergola. This was designed by my wife, Night Architect. And then I'm going to build flowers around it. And I'm going to finish it off with a big bee on top and maybe some armor stand bees. By the way, fun fact, you can render these videos from Flashback without rendering the players themselves. So here's the pergola finishing itself. And over on the side, you can see all the shulkers just sort of popping open. It's even cooler with the flowers because it looks kind of like it's growing, and then every once in a while it sparkles. But enough nonsense. So this is a flower design that I actually made myself, and I wanted to do just copper because I think it looks cool. It's a great color palette. Now, I did make a few mistakes in getting my materials. I didn't have all the right kinds of copper, like all the weathering stages. And yeah, I built every one of these in the wrong spot. So I had to shift all of them by one block, but whatever. Now, the reason I put these where they are, though, is for lighting. I've got a frog light right in the middle of each flower, and they're arranged so that the area around the pergola should be pretty well lit. I hope. Flashback, what are you doing? Why are you swinging so far over there? Oh well, you can see. By the way, what do you think about leaves? Oh, also, did you know that you can render the audio even on time-lapse mode? Yeah, listen to this. How on earth did I run into so many things in such a short time period? What was I doing? Anyways, I moved on to other flowers. So the design that's facing outward, I have a couple of variants of... I needed that one in particular for the bee, which you'll see in a minute. The tulips I added because I just like the way they look, but that nether brick, that red nether brick, turned out to be just way too strong. So I swapped the positions, and then in the end I ended up swapping the materials, which, again, I'll show that in a sec. First, I need to mention that I did greenify the whole area, and I put a path in that goes straight through the shop. And you see the parrot over there? He was kind of in the way, so I did pick him up along the way. And then, tragedy struck. There I was, just filling in the path. I dropped down one block, and the parrot just moved to the wrong spot, and poof. He was gone. But the parrot would have wanted us to finish, so I did. I added this bee on top. I've got the little wings there. I've also got this other one, which is an armor stand bee. and just kind of flying into that little flower there. There is still a little cleanup to do, but I think this is the majority of it. Now, my original plan was to make plants that were big enough that I could take the, well, here, let me show you, that I could take the products from the bee farm down here and pipe them up with maybe water columns or dispenser chains directly into chests that were kind of inside the stems. That really just didn't work out. I thought about flower pots as well, but it just didn't quite look right when I tried to do it. By the way, I had a spare parrot, but that's the last one. But I think what I might do instead is do some like concealed chests. I'm going to experiment with using the corners here to hide a copper chest and use a golem to fill up the inventory here. I don't know if that'll work, but we're going to try it. And in case you're wondering, here is the view from the other side. You do get the backside of the bee, but you've got the flowers here. As I mentioned, I softened up the tulips. You can see that right there and that one over there. I think these actually look a lot better. And I also filled in all of the missing copper. It took quite a while to oxidize properly, but yeah, all of those are done on all of the flowers, I think. But yes, now we have an actual source of income, and it's not below anybody else's base, so nobody's going to kick me out. And I can go build myself a minigame. Let's go. Right, so the paths are pretty much all in. The bottom paths are pretty much all in. I'm going to have those mirrored up on the level that I'm walking on, but you can see the shape there, how it kind of goes around things. And there's these other paths that crisscross the center. Up here, I've got the orange one on the outside, and now I'm working on getting the center paths in place. I'm also, as you can see here, I'm lowering them. So in the middle, you'll actually be closer to the Wardens. So there's a trade-off between the high path on the outside and the quicker path. So once I've got all these paths in, I'll do another test with the Warden so that we can see whether or not the paths actually put you in range of the Sonic Blast, and making sure that the orange path is in the right spot. Then we'll work on all the walls and the rest of the enclosure. Did I miss something? Oh, I didn't actually go down. I'm so good at Minecraft. All right, it is time for our next test. Let's just get ourselves a Warden. Warden. There he is. Okay, so here's how this works. I go across to where he's at, very carefully. Or at least as carefully as I know how to be. Which, to be honest, is not all that careful. There we go. And I think that's it. We're moving just in case. That was not it. All right, here we go. Attempt number 4,876. And we missed again. Yeah, and it looks like there's a thing over there that they can stand on, so we'll have to take care of that. Try this one more time. That's a good position. And up. Hello. And there he is. Perfect. All right, so I've been experimenting with designs for the walls and the enclosure in general. You see I've got endstone, I've got prismarine and dark prismarine, I've got the skulk, and then I've got the skulk veins. And I'm kind of trying to make this mirror the blocks that you can already find in the ancient city. Except that I didn't want to use deep slate. Take a look at this. So this is a skulk catalyst. And this is kind of what I'm modeling the whole arena on. Obviously, very different shape. But if you look, there's these kind of dark lines. And it looks a little bit to me like it's meant to be a like three-dimensional shape. Where it's dark, it goes in. Where it's lighter, it comes out. And if you were looking at this from the outside, this would be coming in from those two big arcs. And something like that would be going out and then back in again. So that's the kind of effect that I'm looking for. So, you know, might want a little bit more actual curve in that as it goes up. But I think I'm going to leave it there until we have more of an idea of where it's going to stop. All right, the walls are mostly done. I'm putting on some finishing touches here, and then I'll work on the ceiling. But yeah, I really like how this has turned out. And yes, I know that we've got the wool right in the middle of everything. I'm okay with that because the point of the wool is to be visible. I want you to be able to tell while you're up there what's on the floor. And in case you are wondering how you get up, it's going to be these ladders. So I've picked 3 spots near the buckets themselves. We're just going up with the ladders, and we're pretty close to being able to play the game. I do have a slight problem with the buckets. They're technically kind of spawnable, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to make a tweak to those, and then I'll add all the redstone to turn the game on. Speaking of the redstone, it is super simple. All I have is a lever with some redstone lines leading to some pistons. The pistons expose some sensors, and they drop the wall, or rather they raise the walls, so that the wardens are contained during the game. All right, we are done. As you can see, I've made us an entrance. We've got the ceiling done, and I want to show you this. There was a little bit of a weird thing that happened with these. When I had the little, When I had the buckets fully enclosed with walls, for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, the wardens just didn't want to despawn. So, I added this right here. You can just walk over it and soak in the wardens. And then when I flip the switch, this wall raises and that block lowers, so they'll be properly trapped. Which means that when the game is on, they'll stay in there. When the game is off, they won't. Also, be careful where you walk. Now, next up, I am going to show you our gameplay. But if you want a bigger game, hit that sub button, because it's coming. All right, so everybody who's playing, grab a bow, 16 arrows, and a fishing rod. I don't mind if you bring a couple pieces of food. The red carpet, by the way, this is the safe line right here. If you are at the edge of the red carpet, on this side is unsafe, on this side is safe. That's the maximum distance of the sonic boom. When we start the game, there's a ladder over here. You'll want to go up the ladder to get to the paths, and you'll use the bow to shoot near, but not on the wool, near the shriekers to summon the wardens, and then you'll use the fishing rod to try to get them into the bucket. Then the game ends when either all the fishing rods break, or all the buckets have at least one warden. The second rule there is because you can't summon more wardens when they're that close.
But we can pile several in one bucket without ending the game.
Correct. All right. I am flipping the switch now. 3, 2, 1, on. If you happen to pull a warden up near somebody, that's one thing. But yeah, we're not PvPing each other down to the wardens. That would be an entirely different game.
Right.
Okay.
Very different style there.
Very different style of game. It should summon one.
Are we good to fire?
Yep.
The darkness effect in the arena is cool.
Yeah, it's interesting not being able to see where you jump, eh?
Come on,
How many wardens can spawn at a time?
There's not actually a limit, but they won't spawn within a certain range of another ward. Alright, got him. Hello. Oh, he landed on top of the thing.
So close.
I know. And the thing is, he lands on top of the wall, and he can probably reach us from the top of the wall.
It's fine with me.
Oh.
Oh dear. I'm sorry.
Did you lift him up?
I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Should I not have done so at that time?
Run away! Run away!
I will try to stop him.
I mean, you don't have to. We are competing. Oh, man. So one other thing I said in the rulebook, you have to go and get your fishing rod because that's how we determine when the game ends. But you can get more arrows.
Hey-o. Oh, is he in?
I don't know.
I think he's on the wall.
Yes, he landed in.
Wait. I can't tell. Oh, he is in. That one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that one's in too.
Denali, you have an angry warden.
I know. I can't pull him up.
I know. That's why I was
I'm just
running away
gonna.
from that other one.
Well, can I pull him up?
Yes. Did somebody just
Oh,
send another
look.
one?
Another warden.
Yeah. I need another target.
I need somebody to target the one that's on me. Nope. Run away!
Got him in.
Hey! Points! He almost got me, but it was a point.
You can't go straight down with it.
You
No, you
cannot. Oh, wait.
Point.
Oh no.
The buckets are full.
Buckets are full.
Okay.
Who got 2 points?
I did, Fire did, and I don't know who else was locked on to that first one.